Hi there, my name is Alex. I am one of the naturalists at Okeeheelee Nature Center, and I'm also a certified yoga instructor. So today we are going to go over sun salutations, or as they're known in Sanskrit, Surya Namaskar. So if you've ever been to a yoga class, you're probably a little bit familiar with what we're about to do, but it's a really great way to, warm up the body, wake up all the parts of the body, and the sequence really allows you to check in and make any adjustments that you need based on how your body's feeling that day, how you're responding to your practice. So it is a really nice tool for that as well. Before we get started, I just want to address a couple things. Again, this is a very variable sequence. So one of the things that you can adjust based on how you're feeling is the pace. So you could either do each pose along with the breath, so one breath per pose, and it'll be a faster sequence. You'll warm up the body, you'll get a little bit more of like that physical response. Or if you do it a little bit slower, it can be more of a moving meditation, kind of anchored in the body, which is also really nice. You might want one thing one day and one thing, a different day. So it's nice to kind of have familiarity with both of these aspects. We're going to do both for our video, so we'll get to try them both out. And then the other thing I wanted to mention is some alternative poses. Because a lot of times this sequence is done in classes, it's a little bit quick. If you're not that familiar with it, you might not understand all the alignment and the adjustments. So we will go over that, but if you are building strength or recovering from an injury, or maybe just are hearing from your body that you want to take it a little bit easy, these are some good alternatives. So instead of coming into down dog, child's pose is always available. So that can either be with your knees spread or together. This is a little bit of a deeper forward bend, but child's pose, always an option. And then the other one is when we do our chaturanga into upward facing dog. That another really good alternative for that, especially if you have any shoulder injuries, is knees, chest, chin. So when you're in your high plank, you can drop those knees down, still keeping the same arm positions as chaturanga, drawing those elbows in, lowering the chest and the chin to the mat, and then instead of coming into upward dog, just coming into your cobra. That's another really good alternative. So you'll see how that fits into the whole sequence as we go, but I wanted to just put that out there. Like I said, if you only have about 10 minutes, this is a really great thing to get your yoga fix in the morning or before bed. Maybe not before bed because you'll be all hyped up. But like I said, we'll do our first round kind of slow to get an idea of the alignment, and then our second round will be one pose per breath, so you'll get a feel for both. All right, let's get started. Okay, so we are going to go through, on our first side, we're going to do just the alignment first. So starting in mountain pose, and if you'd like a little more in-depth about mountain pose, you can always check out our Earth Day video. We spent a lot of time on this. But we're going to ground down into all four corners of the feet, so we're really nice and grounded. And from there, the legs are energized, they lift up. The pelvis is neutral, it's not tipping forward or back. And from that neutral pelvis, the spine rises up, and the back of the neck opens up, so that means the head is slightly tilted down. And the shoulders are rolled back onto the back body, the heart is open, the shoulders are relaxed and away from the ears, and the palms are facing forward. So from mountain pose, we're going to inhale, keeping that same foundation. Inhale the arms up, and then exhale, bowing from the waist. We're going to come forward into our forward bend. So if you want, you can bend the knees a little bit slightly here, especially if you tend to lock your knees or if you have tight hamstrings. They're tight hamstrings. Inhale, flat back. That means we're just taking the spine a little bit parallel to the ground. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, stepping that right foot back. And then exhale, that left foot comes back into our high plank pose. So from here, our shoulders are over our wrists. Our navel is nice and engaged to support the core of the body. And the hips are in line with the plank shape of the body. So it's not hips raised, it's not hips sagging. We're in as much of a plank position as we can. And from here, you can either do your chaturanga or your knees, chest, chin. But if you're going to do chaturanga, we're going to draw those elbows in, lower the body down, keeping that plank shape, and coming up into upward facing dog. So that, tops of the feet are grounded, thighs are lifted, shoulders are down the back. Exhale, downward facing dog, or if you were coming into your child's pose. From here, we want to keep the fingers nice and spread, really pushing back so that the spine can get nice and long. The hips are lifting to the sky. And if you can get your heels to touch, that's great. If not, that's not the most important part. We really just want to make sure we have a nice long spine. Inhale that right foot up. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale the back foot to meet the front, flat back, and exhale over the legs. Inhale, slowly roll back up. And exhale, hands at the heart, back in mountain pose. So now that you have an idea of some of the alignment, we're going to, on the other side, because in yoga we have to always do both sides, right? We're going to go a little bit quicker. We're going to match each pose with the breath. So you're in your mountain pose. Inhale your arms up, and exhale, bow forward. Inhale, flat back, and exhale, bowing over the legs. Inhale the left foot back, exhale the right foot back. Inhale in your plank, and then exhale chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale downward facing dog or child's pose. Inhale that left foot up, and exhale stepping it forward. Inhale that right foot up to meet it, flat back, and then exhale over the legs. Inhale, slowly roll up. High prayer, and then exhale, mountain pose. So this is a great way to start the day, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a good one.